The last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They sew pride in every stitch, guarantee you love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans, made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it, others don't.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, we got Wayne Paul, brother of Congressman Ron Paul, presidential frontrunner Ron Paul, in first or second place, depending on what poll you look at, on with us, just because I wanted to get his take. He's a longtime activist, CPA, going after the IRS, exposing the Federal Reserve, just a chip off the family Paul block there. But when I saw this morning, and it's gotten no media attention, that is dinosaur media. I mean, they're covering it, but they're not pointing out the obvious. Here's a headline out of News 14. Final Iowa tally gives Santorum. We'll show folks a document cam shot of that. They're listening on the radio. They can just Google it and pull it up. But final Iowa tally gives Santorum edge over Romney. No winner declared. And it goes over the fact that, a whole bunch of the key precincts in Ames, Iowa, where he was running 50+% in the polls, Ron Paul, those just disappeared. And then we also have the clip we've played 4 or 5 times. We could probably cue it up and play it again for Wayne, where we have on Fox News Karl Rove, known for his election manipulation, saying, a bunch of the ballots didn't show up, so they all just got behind the scenes together as gentlemen and decided that Santorum was in second and that Mitt Romney was in first, and then Ron Paul was in a close third. And Ron Paul doesn't want to act like a sore loser. He says, hey, we're doing pretty good. They did second in New Hampshire. But the point is, that night, we'd already been told by people that some of the precincts were going to count it in secret. And why were there trucks driving around that disappeared? You call it in. And so now it's admitted that a bunch of these disappeared and stuff went on. And so the news is saying Santorum first place, Mitt Romney second, and in literally more than 20 articles we pulled up, not one word about Ron Paul. You would think he was a 4-letter word or something, a cuss word. I mean, it's just no Ron Paul, no discussion of him anywhere. Here is the Des Moines Register. It's got Rick Santorum, total of 29,839. And it says final total, 29,805 for Mitt Romney. So you see that he's got 30 34 votes more there. Santorum does, and no discussion of what happened with Ron Paul. And they go on and admit in these articles, well, they may not even count it now, but here's the numbers. Final Iowa tally gives Santorum edge over Romney. No winner declared. Who does that? Do they have another meeting with Karl Rove behind the scenes? I guess with some people that are gentlemanly and have a gentleman's agreement. So there's no discussion of why did all these precincts not report? Why was there fraud that got ignored day one? And where is Ron Paul? I mean, all of this happening just fits into Ron Paul getting kicked out of debates or 89 seconds in the debates or getting the least amount of coverage, or when he does, it's negative, and they say he can't win, and shoving Mitt Romney, Santorum, and Gingrich, all globalist flip-floppers on us. I wanted to get Wayne Paul's take on this because this really shows how crazy things have gotten. You know, we were concerned the day before, Wayne, as you know, and some folks in the campaign were like, oh, no, there's no problem. But, I mean, what do you do when this type of stuff's going on, Wayne?
Well, I think it's frustrating for all the supporters for Ron Paul. But even more so, it's got to be frustrating for the people of Iowa who truly want honest results from votes. To have a few that manipulate the straw poll vote for their own gain ought to make the people in Iowa very, very upset and very, very concerned about who's telling what to whom. And they should be upset. They should be mad. And they should want to kick these kind of people out and get somebody in there who's honest.
Again, Wayne Paul joining us from Texas. Wayne, though, you cannot debate that a bunch of ballots disappeared. People call in the votes. They'd get changed. Obviously, something went on here. The Republican leadership counted it in secret, I guess, so they could get away with this. And now they admit it's a fraud, but they say, still, we're going with these guys. I mean, this is bizarre. And again, the media is not even pointing out how bizarre it is. Why do you, I mean, there's not only fraud here, Wayne, obviously. What do you think of them not even mentioning your brother as if he even exists?
Well, the major media has attempted to do that since the last go-round 4 years ago. I think the other thing that frustrates me about Iowa is that before the Iowa straw poll vote was taken, I heard on a YouTube where one of the state Republican people stated, and I heard her voice, can't tell you who it was, but stated that they always consider changing votes to the final, before the final vote, because that's just the way they operate.
Yeah, they had a media analyst on Fox and on the news, but she works with Fox, say 2 days before, the state officials aren't going to let Ron Paul win. They're going to handle it.
Right.
And then we played that clip here, and then I understand the campaign doesn't want to look like sore losers, but when there's fraud going on out in the open, I mean, I'm glad that your brother is now suing the people that made this video who claim they work for Huntsman to make your brother look like he doesn't like Asians. I mean, look what they did to your nephew, Rand, claiming he worships Buddha and kidnaps women and isn't a doctor.
Yep. It's just, unfortunately, Alex, it appears to be a sign of our time that those that have the ability to manipulate results for certain people's benefit, that the true, honest, conservative, libertarian individual in America is not seeing what's really happening. You know, even after the last debate, they showed on CNN or Fox or one of them the fact that on Twitter, Ron had positive results on all 4 or 5 issues that were spoken to. But they seemed to brush that off, that was no big deal.
But normally they say Twitter is the main indicator of just sheer numbers. He was beating them all. He's the main front runner. And notice that these ballots disappeared in key young people in college areas that were polling more than 50% for Ron Paul, Wayne.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, look, if they'll steal his time and lie about him and ignore him and tell us that they're doing this because they're deciding for us, of course they'll engage in election fraud too. Do people think they're just going to stop at lying about him and doing all this in the media? No, they're going to go all the way. And they did. I mean, we've got fraud here, but no investigation is going to happen. Just like when I found fraud in Travis County, I took it to the state board live on TV, and they said there is fraud, but we're going to certify the Travis County election anyways.
Yep. Well, and I really don't know the answer except that each person in each precinct, wherever they're at, whatever state they're in, if they're in South Carolina right now, what are they going to do and how are they going to ensure that there's honesty, that my vote will be counted and be counted honestly? There has to be a mechanism to be able to do this. And there are several groups that's trying to create an online instantaneous reporting from each precinct anywhere in any state that's voting so that it can be transparent, put up on a screen, and everybody that has a computer can see what the votes are as they come in.
Well, it is because of stuff like that and people on the ground that we knew about the fraud day one. People are like, oh, be quiet. Day after it's admitted it happened, and 2 weeks later they're just saying accept the fraud. I want to come back in one more segment with Wayne Paul, Ron Paul's brother, political activist, patriot in his own right. But if you could say one thing to your brother, Ron Paul, right now, just a shout out to him, what would that be, A? And B, if you've talked to your brother lately, you know, how's he doing?
Well, A, I would say to Ron, continue the voice that he's had for 30 years. He needs to reiterate zero taxes are fantastic. And people, all they have to do is look at history from 1835 to 1913. This country ran on legitimate constitutional taxes of import, export, and excise, and we were extremely successful. We had extreme amount of growth, and we had a beautiful country to live in, and we need to return to that.
You said it. I know we're going to get Ron Paul on in the next few weeks, but he's out there really busting his butt. But have you talked to him lately, or has he been so busy you hadn't had time to talk to him, Wayne?
Well, I had an opportunity to talk to him this past week, but it was primarily on personal items as it relates to requirements of filing tax forms.
Okay, well, I don't want to get into that. I just wanted the inside baseball on.
No,
the family's got to be really proud of Ron.
Oh, absolutely. What he has done to awaken the American people and the number of people who support and work diligently for him every day.
It's amazing. He's Liberty's champion. Wayne, got a break. Stay there. Sorry to interrupt you.
After work, I just want to plop down on the couch and watch TV alone. Come on, don't be like that. Who are you? I'm you, 20 years ago, when you were full of energy, better shape, great attitude, and you didn't do so bad with the ladies. Now that you're older, your testosterone levels are dropping and, well, you're not the guy you used to be. I'd give anything to feel like you again. Just try Ageless Male. It's a natural supplement, proven in a clinical trial to boost testosterone 61%. And within normal, healthy ranges. It's not an injection, not a prescription, and with healthy testosterone levels, you can feel the energy again. Not to mention a better mood and more drive in your romantic life. More drive, huh? I really need to try Ageless Male. Where's my phone? You're laying on it. Oops.
Call now for a risk-free trial of Ageless Male.